Hi guys, I'm Bush Whatever here, back with another video, and for today I'll be doing a new series. Well, not technically a new series, but for those that are new to this channel, this is a new series that if I remember correctly, I deleted back then because of copyright reasons. And yeah, but for the veterans of this, I hope you enjoy this. But the title for this is What If Deku had all the Altrias, the same as like my very first what if, which is what if Deku had a summoning or had a servant quirk. So I hope you all enjoy this, and without out of the way, let's begin the story. So the story starts off with we seeing in a playground in the dirt, three people bullying an innocent a little kid. The three people being Katsuki and his goons. The little kid that was being bullied was called Izuku Midoriya. He was being bullied as well as beaten up because of protecting this girl from being bullied because she was quirkless. Because Izuku knows how the feeling is of being quirkless and tries to be the hero, which it didn't go good for him. It ended up being him being beaten up by Katsuki, and Katsuki repeatedly saying that you'll not amount to anything, you're useless, you're nothing but a useless waste of space. And with that final word, he knocks out Izuku. We change our perspective. In the cosmos, we see a palace where, let's just say, deities or gods roam around freely. This is just say a palace, a really big palace, which we go to one room, seeing a person looking at a globe. This globe having multiple realities, or should I say, multiple realities, and him looking like he needs to find someone for something, you could say. So while looking, he stumbles upon Izuku Midoriya, or this version of Izuku Midoriya, because this person, let's just say, is the god of the multiverse. Because I believe in the multiverse theory, so he's gonna be the god of the multiverse. And yeah, this guy was looking through his childhood as well as everything that will happen in the future if he doesn't give him this power. It goes badly. We see Izuku being tormented as well as being angered, being filled with rage, like Kurama or something like that, which this deity, this god of the multiverse, said that I choose you. And he went out of his room, seeing one guy in particular, one very friendly guy, you could say. His name, Buddha. If you don't know him, if you don't know the reference that I'm doing, watch the anime. Just type ROR, okay? And yeah, the picture on screen of Buddha is right on screen. And Buddha just asked, Ambush, where are you going? Which, yes, this is me. I am the god of what ifs in this story, or god of the multiverse, you could say. Which I just replied to Buddha saying that, well, I'm just looking for someone to give this power to, which I actually found one. Which this is the same person that I helped before, but in a different reality. But I just noticed that every reality that we have this person, it's just same backstory, same everything, except for when I interfere. It's like every time I look for a worthy person, they just appear or something like that. Which Buddha just says that, well, good luck with that. Oh, here's some candy for the road. Ambush just smiles and says, thanks. Which he teleports to Izuku's head, or you could say Izuku's mindscape. We switch to Izuku's perspective. In his mindscape, him saying that, why me? Why are they bullying me? What did I do? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything to them. Which Izuku was saying this to himself, asking himself questions of why they are doing this, until he heard a voice. Young one, are you alright? Izuku looking around and noticing a man with glasses, green eyes, as well as a white suit and white gloves. And Izuku asks, who are you, mister? Izuku asks the mysterious person. The mysterious person just says that, don't worry, I'll tell you soon, but let me ask you, young one. Do you believe in God? Izuku wonders for a minute and basically says, well, yes, I believe in God, because they're part of the religion and part of, I guess, reality. This mysterious person says, good. I, the god of the multiverse, ask you, Izuku Midoriya, to be a savior of this multiverse. Be a hero of this multiverse. Or should I say, this reality. Izuku wondered for a minute and asked, what do you mean, mister? How can I say this without saying that without saying that that I am like high above you all. Okay. I am, there's no way of saying this, but I am a deity, you could say, but not any normal deity. I grant powers as well. And I saw your circumstances and deemed you worthy to get this power. I've been searching for a long while to give someone this certain power. And finally I found you. A person with a golden heart, without a power, and wants to protect everyone. Izuku have stars in his eyes, saying that, wait, so you're really a deity? Izuku asked the mysterious person. Yes, I am. I am really a deity. Or you could say God, you could say. But let's not go into details. So, let me ask you again, Izuku. Do you want to get the power that I'm willing to give you? Do you want to protect the people that you love? Do you want to be the hero of your dreams? Izuku immediately said, yes, I want to be a hero. Izuku saying to the mysterious person, then I, Ambush, the god of the multiverse, grant you, Izuku Midoriya, the power to summon servants, as well as to inherit their power. With a special catch, only a certain series of servants. Which Izuku wondered for a minute, with saying that, wait, what do you mean, Mr. Ambush? You said? Ambush just says that, yes, that's me. My name is Ambush, the god of the multiverse. And for me saying that, a special case, let's just say that, well, I helped you before, but not you. In another reality, I helped you. I actually helped you from being a good hero. I helped you to be, help you to be a good hero. Which was really, and I mean really, really fun. to say the least. When I was a young god, or you could say a very very young god, because yeah, it's quite fun and quite relaxing for some time. But yeah, to your question, young Midoriya, well, let's just say that, do you know the legend of the sword and the stone, or the main character in this of the story of the sword and the stone? Izuku reading a lot of books about mythology and legends, saying that, oh, do you mean King Arthur? Izuku asked Ambush. I just say that, well, yes, well, not exactly him, but her, to say. Izuku looks confused and says that, what do you mean her? I thought King Arthur was a guy. Which I just say, well, in another reality, yes, he was a guy. But in this reality, or with the power I'm giving you, she is a girl, to say. But you'll not be getting it immediately. I don't want you to overflow with power immediately. I want you to train first your body. In a certain point, when you attain a good physique to handle the power, then it will activate. Do you understand, young Izuku? Izuku Ambush said to Izuku. Izuku nodded his head, and Ambush gave him a nod and says, well, now let's begin. Ambush saying and chanting a few words, to give the power. A golden glow appears on Izuku. He feels stronger, but not really. He feels the same, but he knows that something is in him. And he knows that he has power, but he has to train for it. Which, after Ambush done let's just say the spell, Ambush just says that, well, my job here is done. I just before I go, I want you, Izuku, to remember these words to go by. I want you to be a hero, to protect the weak, to protect the innocent, to protect the people that you love, as well as to protect the people that can protect themselves, as well as, even if they don't need help them. Even if they don't ask for help them. Izuku nods to both of the statements that Ambush made. And lastly, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget that you were once in their situation. Don't belittle people that were in your situation. Do you understand, Izuku? Izuku just says, yes, I understand, sir. Izuku answers Ambush, which Ambush just says that, well, just call me Ambush for now. Which, with that, I guess my job here is done. And I guess goodbye for now. I really hope you become the hero that I presume you will be. Which Izuku says, I promise I will be that hero. Which Ambush just smiles and teleports off to his chambers. Izuku waking up and says to himself, that was a weird dream, but it felt so real. And when he said that, he feels that he has power and says to himself, so it was real. Well, I will believe what Ambush said and start training for myself. And that was the start of when Izuku was starting to train. Now we time skip Time skip to where the start of the anime, when Izuku was 15 years old, 15 years of age. Through the years, Izuku attained and I mean attained a physique that was both lean as well as muscular. He has muscles. It's like let's just say like in he was lean. He was very lean, but with muscle. He wasn't like like Jack, jacked. I mean by that is purely on muscle. He has he can run, he can be agile, he can be flexible as well. And through those years, he actually learned kendo. Yeah, kendo, because kendo for me, I think it could work with Artoria. So with sword styles that has double-handed sword style. So I think that will do. And actually, kendo, as well as when he doesn't have a kendo stick with him, martial arts like Muay Thai, Wing Chun, as well as let's see, yeah, Wing Chun and Arnis. Yes, Arnis. If you might be wondering what Arnis is, it's the national. Let's just say it's the national martial art of the Philippines. It uses two sticks essentially, or in the olden times, it uses two daggers or two machetes, you could say. Which, yeah. And Izuku doesn't have, he doesn't have the power just yet. Because even though he should have the power by age 10 or age 12, I made it to where that Izuku doesn't have that just yet. Because he needs to do one more thing before he unlocks it. That's the thing that I'm going to do in doing this. I before because fearing for a contingency plan because Izuku might be go bad. I made it to where that he has to do something heroic to activate the power, which obviously it's in the start of the anime. So Izuku wasn't nearly as bullied. The only people that bully him are Katsuki, because Izuku got into, I guess, fights because when people are bullying him, he fights them. Like if they're physically bullying him, he fights back. Like he's not cowering in fear. So he learned to fight back using Wing Chun as well as Arnis. And yeah, he actually beat up a lot of them and almost give them black eyes, nosebleeds, broken elbows, broken wrists, and broken arms, as well as broken legs, which it hurts. By the way, it really hurts. And no, so a lot of the class didn't mess with Izuku because they don't want to get these hands. But the only person that messed with Izuku was Katsuki, which was every time that he does that, Izuku beats him using Wing Chun, karate, as well as when in sometimes Izuku uses kendo and whacks Katsuki's head, which he learned, as well as the proper way to knock out people, which was the tip of the jawline downward, which was it will cause a concussion, and I'm mimicking like a concussion, you could say. Which Katsuki was very very pissed at Izuku at this point. Which who wouldn't? If the person that you bullied was very very strong, I could say that. But yeah, through the years, Izuku really was actually talked a lot to his mom more, as well as telling her about, Katsuki bullying him and stuff, but him saying that don't interfere, mom. I can handle myself. Don't worry. Which every so often that let's just say that Inko slipped on Mitsuki, saying that Katsuki was bullying Izuku, which led to Katsuki being punished, and I mean severely punished. And yeah, which enough with my rant, but let's go to the anime, to the start of the anime. So Izuku was a really really calm person in this one, and which when the teacher came in, and the teacher said that you guys will be having a hero examination or a job application test. Yeah, a job application test, which everybody groaned except for Izuku and Katsuki. Which the teacher just says that, oh, who am I kidding? You all wanted to be heroes. Which Katsuki does still do his same speech, saying that don't put me in with these D-listers. They're lucky enough to be sidekicks to some busted D-lister. And yeah, which Katsuki was having an arrogant smirk, you could say. Which the teacher just said that, oh, Katsuki, so you want to go to UA? Which everybody gasps that he's going to go to UA. Which the teacher just says as well that, oh, Midoriya, you're going to UA as well. Which everybody stops and looks at Izuku. Izuku having this calm yet piercing aura, you could say. He's not glaring at anyone. He's just calm and collected, but he has this, like, there's a wall of destruction. Like, the wall is the calmness and the destruction is the frightening aura that Izuku has. Which everybody doesn't say anything because, they're scared of Izuku because they don't want to catch these hands. Which Katsuki was the only person that said that, Deku! Why do you want to go to UA? You're useless, Deku! Which Katsuki said, to which Deku said that, Katsuki, your quirk doesn't define you as a hero or a villain. That's for a fact. A lot of people in our world, I could say, that have been mistreated by our quirks, or even having no quirk at all, being treated like dirt. But they have the ability to be more. For example, Mr. David Shield. He's one of the most genius support creators in our generation, and he's really really talented, and he doesn't have a quirk. What do you expect? He's a Deku. He's useless. That's impossible because he always is inventing support gear to help people, to help people to achieve their goals. So don't say that I am useless just because I don't have a quirk. A quirk doesn't define you as a hero. It's what you do is what define you as a hero. Which after that, Izuku left. After the day, Izuku left the class, and Katsuki didn't, go try to bully Izuku. Izuku just left because he doesn't want to deal with it. And Izuku actually was really, and I mean really, minding his own business, going to the overpass, and minding his own business, just strategizing and thinking of ways to improve himself. Which this is where the Slush villain appears and tries to make Izuku a skin suit. Which luckily Izuku just evade using parkour, using his environment around him as an advantage to save himself, which he actually didn't get caught, and All Might arrives at the nick of time to see Izuku perform these amazing feats. Yes, and I mean amazing feats. Izuku was very very inspiring to All Might, and he thought he had an enhancement quirk, and All Might just says, "Never fear, because I am here," and just does a smash to the sludge villain and actually defeats him. So Izuku essentially defeats the sludge villain. Which after that, let's just say that not Izuku, All Might defeats the sludge villain. All Might asks Izuku what his quirk was, and Izuku just says that I don't have a quirk, Mr. All Might. Which All Might was shocked because he didn't notice that he was, this good, even though he doesn't have a quirk. He was really that good, and All Might questioning himself that, wait, it's just like Aizawa, he fights quirkless. And yeah, which is I noticed that All Might should have known Aizawa by now, in because of hero conferences and something like that. Which yeah, Izuku says to All Might, which All Might actually signs him in his notebook because Izuku still wants to be a hero, and because this is a symbol of peace, you don't get to receive this kind of pleasure every day to meet the symbol of peace. So he asked for his autograph, and All Might signed his notebook, which yeah. Eventually, Izuku thought of something and actually grabbed onto All Might's foot, and while in the air, while All Might jumped in the air, Izuku said that, "Wait, All Might, I have a question." Which which Izuku said to All Might. All Might was wondering, saying, "Get off, kid," and All Might just lands on top of a building, and which Izuku just said sorry for doing that. I know it's reckless. Which All Might just says it's fine. Go on. What's your question? Which Izuku asks, "Can I be a hero without a quirk?" Which All Might thinks about it and says that yes and no. Yes, you can be a hero, but it's hard work. You need to be vigilant. You need to be very very, and I mean very wary of a lot of people, and it's very hard. And I saying no because it would cost you your life. It will very cost you your life, which is very hard. But it depends on you. If you have the will to survive, to fight to the very end, you can become a hero. Even if your journey is going to be hard, just remember that you can become a hero. Which yeah, All Might said that to Izuku's face. Which Izuku was very motivated by this because it hit different when you hear it from your idol. So yeah. After that, All Might checked his pocket, and the bottle was missing. He looked around and noticed that the bottle wasn't there, and he just said, "Shoot, where's the bottle?" Izuku just remembered that because of him, the sludge villain was on the loose. Which Izuku tried to find it, and he heard an explosion. Him and All Might. They rushed to the exact location, and Izuku sees that Katsuki was trapped by the sludge villain. Izuku blames himself because if he didn't jump onto All Might, none of this would have happened, which he blames himself. And in the back of his head, he said that a thought came to him. He must undo what he has done, which Izuku rushed forward, and with this action, he finally unlocked the power. In his mind, he's so calm, he moved on his own. And he heard a voice saying that, say this to use the power. Izuku heard the speech and said, heed my words, my will shall create your body, and your soul shall carve my destiny. If you heard my call, then obey me, my will, and answer me. With that, Izuku was shined by a bright light. Then he heard a loud booming sound that created a shockwave that is so strong. Then a figure arose. When the light dimmed down, Izuku can see a woman with a blue dress, with armor. She held a sword that's bright as yellow. And without hesitation, the girl rushed forward, without hesitation, and saved Katsuki, as well as slashing the villain up into, I guess, chunks, you could say. Which, when all the pro heroes see this, they were surprised, and they thought it was a villain. When Izuku looked at the heroes, then looked back to the woman, he sees that she was gone. Which Izuku got scolded a lot because of his recklessness. All Might being surprised that he has, power, he has a quirk. All Might pondered that, saying that he doesn't have a quirk. Yet that power wasn't a joke. He can literally feel the power that was emanating from Izuku. Which, in this day forward, All Might thought that Izuku should be his successor. But who knows? That's for the future to decide. But we go to our Izuku's perspective. After being scolded walking home and being trash talked by Katsuki, he arrived home. His mother, very worried of him, saying that, Izuku, are you alright? Are you not hurt? Because she saw the news that a boy having this power that was very powerful. Which Izuku just says, I'm alright, mom, don't worry. I'm quite fine, don't worry. Which he reassured his mom, which was a good thing for him. He doesn't want his mom to be worried of him anymore. To which Izuku went to his room and laid down and asked himself, what was that power? What was that chant? What did I say when I activated the power? I might activate it again to see it for myself. Which Izuku said it again. Heed my words, my will shall create your body, and your soul shall carve my destiny. If you heard my call, then obey me, my will, and answer me. A bright light appeared, enveloping the room with its bright light. Izuku covered his eyes so that he wouldn't be blinded by the light. After the light dimmed down, he saw the same girl as before. A woman in a blue dress with armor. She held a sword that was bright as yellow. Then she said, Servant class Saber, my true name Artoria Pendragon. May I ask you, are you my master? And with that, I will end the story right here. Sorry for the cliffhanger, guys. I'm really sorry for that. But I really hope you enjoyed this redo of the series. As well as sorry for not uploading for a while and, for school and stuff. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this series. But like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye!